My sister hit our mother so hard she fell down and said, "I should have done this 20 years ago." The sound echoed through the Thanksgiving dinner with 14 family members frozen at the table watching my mother hold her face on the floor. My sister Grace stood over her with her hands still raised and shaking. "Get up," Grace said in a voice I'd never heard her use before. Mom stayed on the floor crying, but something about her crying seemed wrong, like she was performing it. "Grace, what the hell?" Our brother James jumped up from his chair, knocking over his wine, but Grace didn't look at him. She kept staring at Mom. "Tell them what you just told me in the kitchen. Tell them right now." Mom tried to crawl away, but Grace grabbed her arm, not hard, but firm enough to stop her. "Tell them or I will." That's when I noticed Grace's husband Kevin wasn't at the table. He'd been here 20 minutes ago helping carve the turkey. "Where's Kevin?" I asked, and Grace's face crumbled for just a second before going hard again. "Mom knows where Kevin is. Don't you, Mom?" Our Aunt Linda tried to intervene, reaching for Grace, but our cousin Tony stopped her. "Wait, let her talk." Tony was a paramedic and had this way of reading situations. Mom finally sat up and wiped her face, but the tears had already stopped. "I don't know what you're talking about." She said it in her sweet victim voice, the one she used whenever someone called her out on anything. Grace laughed, but it sounded like breaking glass. "You sent him those messages, pretending to be me. You've been texting my husband for 3 months, pretending to be me." James looked confused. "What messages? What are you talking about?" Grace pulled out her phone and showed James something that made his face change. Then she showed it to Tony, then to me. The messages were sexual, explicit, asking Kevin to meet at hotels, saying their marriage was over, saying Grace wanted a divorce, all from a number that looked almost like Grace's, but off by 1 digit. I found them on Kevin's phone today when he was showering. He thought he'd been texting me about problems in our marriage. He thought I wanted to leave him. He's been sleeping in his car for a week because these messages told him not to come home. Grace's voice was breaking now. Mom stood up and brushed off her dress. "That's ridiculous. I don't even know how to do that technical stuff." But Grace had more. "The phone number is registered to your credit card, Mom. I checked with the phone company an hour ago. You bought a burner phone and have been paying $40 a month for it." The table was completely silent now. Aunt Linda looked sick. "Louise, why would you do that?" Mom's mask slipped for just a second, and I saw something I'd never seen before. Pure hatred looking at Grace. She doesn't deserve him. She trapped him with pregnancy. My beautiful, successful daughter reduced to a housewife. Grace's son was 4 years old, and she'd quit her job as a nurse to raise him while Kevin worked. It had been their mutual decision. "You tried to destroy my marriage because I chose to raise my own child?" Grace stepped closer to Mom again. "You've been telling Kevin I was cheating, that I had a boyfriend. That's why he believed the messages were real." I remembered Kevin acting strange at the last few family dinners, not sitting next to Grace, leaving early, looking miserable. We'd all assumed they were having problems. "The private investigator found something else," Grace said, and Mom's face went white. "What private investigator?" James asked. "The one Kevin hired 2 months ago to follow me, to catch me cheating. Except instead of finding me with another man, he found Mom meeting with Bradley. Bradley was Grace's ex from college who'd stalked her for 2 years after they broke up. She'd had to get a restraining order. "You contacted my stalker? You brought him back into my life?" Grace's voice was rising now. Mom tried to walk toward the door, but Tony blocked her. "We're not done here, Louise," he said calmly. "The police are already on their way." That's when Mom lost it completely. She took him from me. Kevin was supposed to be mine. He came to me first at that party 6 years ago. We talked all night until she showed up in that slutty dress and stole him. Everyone at the table looked disgusted. James stood up. "Mom, Kevin is 32. You're 58. What the hell is wrong with you?" Mom turned on him. "You always take her side. Everyone always takes perfect Grace's side. She gets everything she wants." Grace pulled out a folder from her bag. "The private investigator found more. Full story on channel. Link below."